Welcome back to WTI. Today we're here with Jethro and Adam from Lindysprings Systems out of Hudson, Wisconsin, and they're actually here to test my water because I've been having a lot of different issues with our water, anywhere from dry skin to stomach aches, and there's a lot of chlorine in this water, and I want to find out what we can do to have healthier, safer water. Okay? So I'm going to step away and let these guys do their thing.
Great, we're going to have Adam do some water tests. He's going to start out with the hardness test, and he'll explain all about hardness as he's testing the water.
Okay, get your water sample in there. And there's actually 3 solutions to the hardness test. So 3 drops of that one, 3 drops of this one, and that's going to turn it a reddish purple color. This one is actually the hardness solution, and for every drop that I put in here is how hard your water is. And once it turns blue, we'll get the answer to how hard your water is. So we'll start out with 5 drops. Nothing. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14 grains hard. So with the hardness test, 14 grains hard would be equivalent to 3 200 milligram aspirins worth of rock in 1 gallon of water. So as your family uses water, you think about the amount of gallons that you use. The average is 75 gallons per person per day. So in using that, you're depositing 1 pound of hardness throughout your home, in your pipes, in your water heater, dishwasher, all those types of things on your body every day. So now we're going to go to the chlorine test.
My water sample. Okay, this one is 5 drops that I'll put in my little measuring thing here. Two, 3, 4, 5. Alright. I'll shake it up a little bit and give it a little time to work.
Okay, while that one's working, that one takes a couple minutes. Now he can do his pH test. In this area in Hudson, the chlorine is very high on this well because it's a very deep well, and they need to add more chlorine to get the iron out of the water because nobody wants the iron staining in their homes.
Okay, I'll put 10 drops of my pH solution in there, shake it up. It's got a scale on the front and it'll tell us exactly where our pH is at.
So what do you got on that one, Adam? That one's pretty instant.
I got about a 7.4, so that's a good pH here.
Yep, pretty normal.
Okay. And I have a TDS. This is going to tell us if there's anything in the water that we're not testing for, anything crazy going on.
If we get a high number on this test, since we already know what the hardness level is, if we get a very high number, it can tell us that there could be much more contamination. In the area of Hudson, there are 2 or 3 different areas that are actually in the contamination area that have systems in their house to remove contaminants. One from the dump, one from Norlake, and one from Duro Bag. So those are some hot spot areas where we always get a high number. We probably won't get a high number here.
No, I got a 250, so there's nothing alarming there.
Now let's look at the chlorine test now.
Hold up to a light to get a better reading here. Between a 1 and a 2.
So you're right at a 2. So 2 parts per million of chlorine is higher than the recommended dose. If you've ever had a swimming pool, ideal for a swimming pool is 1.5 parts per million. Your city water is 2. So would I like to judge that with, would you go to a brand new opened up pool and grab a glass of water out of there, even if nobody's swam in there yet, and drink it. So, and you have other area communities around here in Minnesota that are actually over 3 on the chlorine. So it's a good thing to get that removed from your house, because it not only hurts your skin, also makes people sick, and is eating up all your gaskets and faucets, shower heads, toilets, that type of stuff. Eats it up fast. Okay, now that we've tested your water, do you have any complaints about your water or reasons why you had us come out to do the testing? What are some of the different things you've seen in the house that you would like changed with your water?
Well, I want it all changed. I mean, truly. My coffee maker, I go through 2 to 3 a year. And in the beginning, I had expensive coffee makers, and now I buy $29 coffee makers because I'm going to end up throwing
And
them
that's
away.
going to be because of your hardness. So anytime you heat water, you're scaling up all the internal working parts. That's why dishwashers, coffee makers, all those types of things, shower heads that use a lot of hot water, typically scale up big time from your hard water.
Right.
And you have very hard water.
Yeah, I'm at the point right now where I need a new garbage disposal and a new dishwasher. Because I noticed that it's just not getting clean like it's supposed to, and the dishwasher or the garbage disposal works when it wants.
Yep.
We have kind of the same issues.
Yeah, we do. Stomach problems, issues where our stomach's hurting all the time.
When did you notice it? When you moved on to city
Yep,
water?
I had the well water about 6 years ago. In the last 6 years since I moved here to the city water, just stomach issues and pains all the time.
Okay. Which is a lot of times coming from just the different chemicals they put in our water to make sure that there's no bacteria growth, that type of thing on city water.
My kids, I've noticed rashes on their skin,
Oh, from dry skin.
on
Yeah.
their dry skin, big blotches and dry
Yeah.
skin. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Chloe complains of that too. And not that we do too. I mean,
Yeah.
And what
It's
do you
worse on
do
them.
now for drinking water? Do you drink from the tap?
I do not, because I'm telling you that when I make coffee, if I use tap water, within 2 days of using it, I am physically sick to my
Me too.
stomach.
Okay.
So I have been
So
using
you guys are
bottled
very
water.
sensitive to the
Oh yeah.
chlorine in the
Yeah.
water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do right now? Do you buy bottled water? Do you have it delivered? What do you do?
No, we go pick it up. We go fill up the 5
But
gallon
you do the
buckets.
5-gallon jugs. Okay. And that, at least you know you're getting good water that way. It just becomes you have to go get it, you have to haul it. You know, you're still paying anywhere from 30 to 50 cents a gallon.
And that's only for
For the
drinking
water.
purposes. I still have to take a bath and a shower in that
Right.
strong smelling chlorine.
Right.
Yeah.
And just getting into that, taking the shower, your skin is the largest organ in your body. So if you take a little bit of lotion and put on your hand, it disappears because your skin soaks up whatever it comes in contact with. So as you take a shower, you are soaking up the chlorine not only through your skin, but you're also breathing in the vapors from the hot water.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing. We do have a system that takes care of it all in one unit with the water softener. So that's what I'm going to recommend now is the
Okay.
equipment that I would do to satisfy you guys, get you the best water you can have in your home. And this is how we do it. So this system here is the LRR, and what that is it's a water rarefier. So it's going to be doing 3 different things. It's going to A, soften the water. It's going to B, remove all chlorine, and it's also got another mineral called KDF that's going to remove all taste and odor from the water. What that's doing, so it's super polishing your water and making sure that even if in the middle of the night you want to get a drink of water out of your sink upstairs and not come down to the kitchen, you can grab it and it's going to be chlorine free.
It's the same water as you'd be drinking down here.
It's not exactly the same. It's still going to have sodium in the water because it's soft water. The system here for your drinking and cooking water is a reverse osmosis. What this is going to do is remove everything out of the water,
Yeah.
giving you pure water. So Aquafina is a reverse osmosis water. So if you buy Aquafina at the gas station or whatever and pay that $1.69 for a 20-ounce bottle of water, which comes out to right around $4 or $5 a gallon when you start buying it by the single bottle.
Right.
But that is. A lot of them are going to be spring waters, natural waters, that type of stuff. Your Walmarts are going to sell those. You really have to check every different bottle because there's different ways to filter water.
Okay.
Reverse osmosis is one of the best ways to get pure water. You know, then there's other ways where they just carbon filtrate, get chemicals out, still leave the minerals. So reverse osmosis, that's going to go down in the kitchen. to where you have a separate tap where you get all your juice, water, coffee, all that kind of stuff, anything you're boiling vegetables, making pastas, that type of thing. And then also we run it to your fridge, so now you'll have crystal clear ice, and you won't get the scaling on the front of the fridge from the hard water.
Are these two separate things, or does this coincide with this? Meaning, you have to have this to have this?
Typically with reverse osmosis, unless you want to change the filters more often, you want to run soft water through it. Otherwise, if you don't protect this, you're going to be changing the filters every 6 months instead of once a year.
But you can do this without this?
You can, you'll just have a lot higher cost
Yep.
in replacing filters.
Okay.
And then you still won't have the benefits in the rest of your house.
Right.
Good showers and-
Yeah, so like your toilets, toilet flappers, shower heads, all these things that we keep continually replacing
Yep.
should last a long
Okay.
time.
Right.
But you're seeing 3 to 5 years in most homes on city water with high chlorine.
Wow.
You know, dishwashers, you're gonna see 7, 8 years, and all of a sudden you
Yeah,
have
we
to
just
replace
replaced.
it.
Yep, we just replaced ours.
Yep.
So.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to figure out what we're gonna do so that our house can have healthier water.
Great.
All right.
And that's what you really wanna do, protect your house and your family.
Yeah.
It just,
Start
it
feeling
all
better.
around really, and once you notice the difference, I have people are like, well, within about 2 weeks of changing, no more issues.
Really?
You know, it's gonna take a little while for your body to get rid of those chemicals, but
Yeah.
then,
Sure.
Okay.
Like a detox.
Yep.
Okay,
Good to
so Lindysprings System out of Hudson, Wisconsin. You can find them on Facebook. Do you have a Twitter account?
no Twitter.
No Twitter? Okay, Facebook.
LindySpringsSystems.com.
Yep, on your website. I was on there earlier.
Yep.
Great website.
And we have a nice mobile app too, so if you wanna look from your phone, it all comes up great on your
Perfect.
phone.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Jethro.
Hey, thank you.
Okay.